Ladies and gentlemen, that's Tyler. I'm Chris. And E3 2014 just wrapped up the Monday full of press conferences. And it was interesting all the way till the end. Kind of some different things we'll highlight, I guess. We'll start with the two software giants, Ubisoft and EA. Ubisoft started out with Far Cry 4, looked amazing. Villain looks really, really intriguing to get to know
really good.
Everything about him. The Division, The Crew, AC Unity, even that stupid shape-up game, Tyler. And then their big surprise at the end, Rainbow Six Siege. Pre-alpha footage, by the way, so that game's a long ways away.
Oh, yeah.
Which we talked
That's okay.
We talked in the big show, maybe Ubisoft better not, make a big announcement at the end because their games are so far in the future.
They're getting that way. I mean, you had Watch Dogs came out 2 years later.
Yeah.
Division's doing the same thing. This will probably do the same thing.
2016 for this game.
Anyhow,
yeah, and then EA, they started out their conference with probably their most anticipated game, Battlefront. They didn't show any gameplay, just a bunch of developer commentary, which was boring as hell.
They mentioned Mass Effect, the next Mass Effect. They didn't give a name for it, but I mean,
in a dev commentary, they didn't even.
A lot of sports games.
A lot of sports, yeah. And amazingly, that was probably the highlight.
Yeah,
I mean, at least
probably.
for me, because they actually did show. They either showed in-game footage or in-engine footage. They showed the game, so that was a plus. But anyhow, between those two software companies, I definitely think Ubisoft kicked EA's butt.
Oh yeah, I mean, showing gameplay. That's it. I mean, that's all they needed, and then it beat them because they had stuff to show. They showed it. They revealed it. They had a big reveal at the end. They showed the things we wanted to see. There it was. I mean, I have no complaints over Ubisoft's show.
It was a great show.
Yeah. I mean, EA's was just
it was all
what
developer
are you doing?
commentary, and it's well, that's not what we're here for. That's not why we're watching. That's a cool. Those are cool interviews. Don't get me wrong, but
I would
press
rather
conference at E3. Let's show some gameplay.
I want to see gameplay stuff that I want to see this. I want to see it in front of me. For this developer commentary, it's post something on YouTube as a Viadoc or something later on.
Post it later.
When I'm in the mood to go listen to developer commentary. And then those of us who aren't interested in it don't have to look it up.
Yeah, exactly. EA's conference felt like a waste of time because we didn't find anything. I found Battlefront's teaser trailer last year more beneficial than what I found out this year.
Throw out another teaser trailer, and even if you would have, I don't know. It's just
Ubisoft,
you could have shown something.
Yeah, Ubisoft were to sign. They won. They won
The
the software side. And now the two console giants, Microsoft, started out first, and obviously the big headline in that conference, was the Halo Master Chief Collection. Tyler, even I was excited for this.
That is the most exciting thing I've seen all day. Just because it was exactly what a Halo fan is hoping for. I mean, it's exactly what non-Halo fans are hoping for. Yeah, I mean, it was just the best decision to have them all together on Xbox One. It's pushing for the Xbox One. I have an Xbox One, so I'm excited.
$60.
4 games
Halo
in one.
2's redone.
$60.
It's the same multiplayer that launched with the game. What else do you want?
If you wanted anything more, you'd just be greedy. I mean,
seriously.
This is perfect. And access to the beta, Halo 5 Guardians beta in December. I mean, that's included in this. It's I was seeing other people on Twitter or something asking, it's well, why didn't they make a standalone anniversary? It's for the same price, you're getting 3 more games. It's like, why in the world would you complain about that? Other people are kind of complaining. It's like, well, why don't they have like a anniversary port just for the 360? I'm sitting here like, buy an Xbox One because
it would be on 6 discs. That's why.
that's
the
true.
Halo 2 alone.
That's true. I think what that person was getting at was like to pull Halo 2 Anniversary out of the package deal and have a standalone 360 version of that to go at the same time. But I'm like, I mean, if you look at the conference, they didn't even mention the 360 once. If you're going to be a gamer in the next few years, you need to move to a next-gen console.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
you really
is a
do.
very interesting point. And we talked about on the big show that Microsoft has a history of this. Once their console launches, see ya, we don't even... What? That console? No way. So,
I mean,
yeah.
and if you're looking at it, I mean, like, we said GTA 5 was revealed for PlayStation 4. Assuming that it comes to Xbox One, it's like, well, there's one of the games that, like, well, don't need a 360 for that anymore. You're not going to need a 360 for
Exactly.
the Master
And
Chief collection. I mean, you're not going to need
And
the
I'm
360
sure
for
you'll
most
be
things.
able to take your, whatever you've done online on your 360 and,
Oh, I'm
through
sure.
the same process that, they kind of talked about in Sony's press
Yeah, I mean,
conference.
it's just, I mean, they're
To transfer that
eliminating,
data.
they're actually working toward eliminating the need to have the 360 anymore. The sooner they get people to switch up, to upgrade, the sooner they don't have to do any sort of support with it anymore. They can kill it off eventually. And that's probably what they're looking for.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Then Sony, in prime time, had their press conference. They start out the show with Destiny, and we got this huge slew of games. And, about a quarter of the way through, I'm thinking to myself, if they keep this up, woo, boys, we're going to have stuff to play. It eventually did die off. In the middle part of the conference, kind of got long, boring, and really not beneficial at all. We still don't know the full deal with PlayStation Now.
No, I mean,
there's
they talked-
an open beta. When are they going to announce this stuff? Are they going to announce all this stuff at Gamescom?
I
mean,
don't
if
know.
that's the
I
case,
don't know.
that's fine. But I mean, I don't even know why mention it here if you're not even gonna. I'd rather have them spend time on all the indie games that they went through, like that.
Yeah, I mean, they did show a lot of indie games.
Yeah, they did.
And it's like, wow, I mean, somebody calling it a indie console is pretty accurate, at least compared
it
to
is
this
very accurate.
to this conference anyway, because that's primarily what I saw for games wise. I mean, yeah, you got a lot of these big games. Half of those are third party. Destiny, that's on both consoles.
Very true. Very true.
Far Cry, that's on both.
Yeah, and after Destiny, in that first part of the conference, they did have The Order. They did have this new exclusive, Bloodborne. And like I said in the previous video, during our Sony wrap-up, that game is very gory. I don't know if I'll be able to stomach that one, but we'll see.
Yeah.
That,
I mean, it
that's-
didn't show any gameplay, so I'm really
that's very
curious to know
true.
how it would actually play out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just visually, it's, like, extremely dark. You just get this, like, evil gore feel from the entire
Yeah.
thing. It's just a little over the top. But, hey.
It might play into it if it does have a cool story. Well, I might be willing to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Another thing that they announced, the YouTube app. Whoop-de-doo-dah.
That's actually good. That's actually a good thing.
It is. Don't get me wrong, but during that middle part where there was nothing being announced, that was the highlight. And it's like, I mean, yeah, we're definitely, don't get me wrong, I'm stoked for a YouTube app. It should have been on there,
It should have been on there at launch.
yeah, day one. But anyhow, and then they announced the PlayStation TV, and that's going to be $99 here in the U.S. I didn't write down a date, but that is kind of cool. Have your PS4 upstairs,
interesting.
downstairs, have this PlayStation TV, and you stream your PS4. And then you could use it as a PlayStation Now streaming box. The Last of Us comes out July 29th. Grand Theft Auto in the fall. and then Uncharted 4 fall 2015. So those kind of the things. Also, Microsoft's press conference, games that really caught me off guard. Sunset Overdrive. The more and more I see that game, the more and more I smile.
Oh yeah,
I really do.
it looks like just some crazy fun game, and I mean it's got the cartoon look, which I mean I'm comparing like the two conferences. You look at Sony's and it's like you've got all these like more realistic games that look darker and gorier.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then like Mortal Kombat and stuff, it's like
totally-
you've got all this gore in it, and then you turn around and look at like over at Microsoft, and you've got like Sunset Overdrive,
It's
which
so
is very
bizarre 'cause
cartoony.
it is. It's
You've got
totally different.
the Dead Rising 3 DLC, which is a very arcade-like feel to that. I mean, old
Capcom,
arcade-like.
it's been a while, but you had a home run with that already. Okay.
I mean, it's
wanna
just
play that
the
game.
feels of the conferences and just that aspect is just very dramatic.
Yeah, and let's be clear. There were a lot of games Microsoft thrown out, and I didn't write them all down.
Forza Horizon 2.
Yeah, Forza Horizon 2. There's a lot of stuff going, and Microsoft. It was 90 minutes, and it was 90 minutes of games.
Yeah, I mean it was like hardly any talking between any of them. I mean, like a lot of it was just like here's a game, here's a game, here's a game. Here's a demo of a game. Here's 2 more games. Here's another demo of a game. It was just wall-to-wall games.
Microsoft at E3 last year took a step back. I definitely think they're, where they should have been probably at launch.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They totally have my respect all the way. Back from when they were really shambles for me. This time last year. Sony, on the other hand, was a step ahead, and I think with this conference, kind of takes them a step back. Yes, Bloodborne was, announced. I don't think we even got a date on that.
I don't think so.
But
I mean, overall, not a bad conference at all.
It wasn't bad. It was
too
just
slow in the middle.
Yeah, it really was, and it sucked.
Just
It
a shame
sucked.
because it's like
The
if
middle of the
they
part
could
of
have that pace. It's like you've got these games that are pretty fast paced in the beginning and in the end, because then you have like Batman. And it's like this is cool, this is awesome, and then it's like it's done, it's over. It's like oh, that's a shame. But the middle of it was just so slowly paced for the hardware and the TV stuff, and it was just like, why? Like you didn't pace it right.
The 10 minutes
that was a big
on
problem.
that comic show or whatever, huge mistake. Huge
Yeah.
mistake. Yeah, I mean, as far our two favorite franchises were mentioned in a big way for yours. Halo Master Chief Collection.
Oh man,
That's huge.
that'll tide me over for
Oh yeah.
next year. Just got to get to November.
Yeah. And with Uncharted 4, I've already voiced my potential concerns with that. I hope that they don't get to the point where they just want to kind of remove Uncharted from their franchise, I guess. I don't know. I hope that's not the case. But
We can definitely agree. Microsoft
Microsoft
walked
definitely
away
won.
with this one. So
Yeah. It's
Microsoft
not even...
and Ubisoft.
Yeah, I would say
Sony,
if we had
EA.
to order... Yeah.
Microsoft, Ubisoft,
Exactly.
Sony, EA.
Exactly. If we had to order all 4 of them, I think it's pretty easy. When you look at the games, who
Oh,
had
yeah.
them? I mean, it was Microsoft. Microsoft, definitely. It's a complete 180 from what it was last year.
Yeah.
Really
Exciting
was.
for me.
Yeah, very, very exciting. Very exciting indeed. So, thank you. Tomorrow morning, Tyler might be with me. He might not. But I will wrap up Nintendo's conference regardless. It's not really I don't know what they're calling it. It's not a Nintendo Direct either.
Close enough.
I don't know.
It's their version of a conference.
Yeah. New Zelda game probably going to be announced, so that'll be interesting to see. But other than that, I mean, throughout the week, every day I'll kind of post kind of an impressions video of what I thought was, kind of cool throughout the day. I'll be watching IGN's live stream and they're going to be developers will come in with their games every 20 minutes, all day long, and I'll just kind of at the end of each day kind of talk about what games stood out of those mentioned in the IGN live stream. So if I don't talk about your game, within the first, day, don't worry, it's coming eventually. They just haven't gotten to the IGN booth yet, so we'll do that for the rest of the days there at E3, and then we'll wrap it up with another big show. The Big Show episode 2, Tyler.
Coming up,
Man,
end of this week.
I have to definitely grab a double bacon cheeseburger for that one.
Woo!
Woo, woo, woo,
The bigger
woo,
Big
woo.
Show.
Yeah, bigger Big Show. We'll have to get a Big Mac on the Big Show. McDonald's, perfect opportunity to sponsor us. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and like I said, keep it tuned here on YouTube at the VG Now channel. Definitely got some more cool content coming up. Thanks for watching.